Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of the second season here at Sunderland on FIFA 19. Apologies that there was a bit of a delay between the last episode and this one. Jet lag kicked my arse coming back from Los Angeles, so at 7:15 on Tuesday evening, this is the first time I've actually been in a fit state to sit down and actually record a video. So you'll be getting videos daily again as of now, and unfortunately next week it will be back to the once every other day as I'm away again, Monday through Thursday, and then Saturday and Sunday as well. So I'm only at home Friday next week. So it's all go in the summer, but we'll have a video a day for the next few days, and then, like I say, we'll stagger out the next few just to ensure that you guys get at least some content whilst I'm away from home. But there will be a stream tonight, so follow the link in the description to the Mixer channel to ensure you don't miss out on that. I might be doing basically a feedback stream with regards what I played of FIFA 20 at EA Play. So if you're interested in finding out something about FIFA 20, something more than perhaps you saw at the or in the stream, then if I'm able to answer a question, I will do so on stream tonight. So follow the link in the description down below. Make sure you follow me to find out some stuff about FIFA 20. But moving forward here in this save, I asked you guys in the last episode to offer me some suggestions with regards to transfers. We're looking for a centre-back, a winger, and maybe a striker too. And the main thumbed up comment was that yes, I should go and sign Jimmy Dunn, the player that we had on loan last year. We should try and make that deal permanent. So I will try and do so. I have a number of other centre-backs that I'm scouting as potential replacements should we not be able to get Jimmy Dunn. But Dunn is the preferred option. Also looking at right-back Jason McCarthy, who was suggested in the comment section, contemplating signing wing-back or two. As you can see with James Justin here, needing to scout the majority of the players on the shortlist here. And Max Lowe as well at Derby. Wait and see what comes back from them. As mentioned, thinking about signing a winger too. We're looking at Sam Nicholson, a Scot from Colorado Rapids, and Ruben Lameras, currently at Plymouth. Tyler Roberts I added to the list just to show you that I'd seen it. He's first team at Leeds, so that's pretty unrealistic. We probably won't be signing him. And then similarly, I added Che Adams to the shortlist as per your suggestions, but he's first team at Championship Birmingham. We won't be signing him either. I've added Mason Greenwood to the list for a potential loan deal. Jordan Morris, because I want to see what he's like. You guys recommended him. James Wilson for a potential loan or even maybe permanent deal, because let's face it, he's just not going to get into the Manchester United first team in his career. And Antonio Marin is another option for out wide, although at this stage of the career mode, still in League One, I do want to lean towards domestic, either players from domestic countries in other leagues or players from domestic leagues in the UK. So I'm perhaps lean away from Marin, but I was intrigued, so I'm scouting him. But Jimmy Dunn is the first player we're going to try and sign, and after that we'll wait for those scout reports to come in, and hopefully apologies, I'm suffering with a cold as well. Every time you come back from some sort of convention or long haul flight, you always end up with some form of the sniffles. We'll be playing MK Dons and Gillingham in today's episode, and simming the rest. All 4 of the other games are home games, and as always, we play 2 games in a month when there's a transfer window, and 3 when there isn't. And we're in a transfer window, so we should be playing those 2 games. But let's try and sign Jimmy Dunn now. Get that deal done and across the line. If not, then we have enough time to be able to scout everyone else that we've got on the shortlist to potentially be looking at signing in the centre-back role. He's on quite a fair whack wage-wise, so it might take a sizable part of our budget to do this deal, but he's not going to get played at Burnley, so I don't think they'll want too much. They've asked for 3. I should propose a new transfer fee of 2.3 and see if there's much negotiation here. Doesn't appear that there is going to be much negotiation, but we shall try our best to minimise how much we actually pay for him. 2.85, they're coming down slowly. I shall try 2.65 and they should hopefully accept that and we'll be on our way. Indeed they do. Great. Now, I really want him to take a wage cut here. He's on £17,500 in the Premier League. I think Burnley stayed up. But here in League One, certainly don't want to be paying him £17,500 a week. Once 3 years, we should counter with 4 and he should sign that. And indeed he does. If they give me an idea of what they want wage-wise, that would be great, because then I know where I can start. I'll start... Is that a risk, starting so low? I'll start at 9. Hopefully they'll give me an idea. Good. Good. We'll remove the bonus. We'll offer him 10 plus the signing bonus. I want 11 plus the signing bonus. I'm happy with that. It hasn't taken as much of my wage budget as I feared it might. So we shall remove the other centre-backs from our shortlist now. We won't be looking to sign another centre-back because I have called up from the youth squad Bennett. Got Baldwin, Kolko, who's new this season, Flanagan, Bennett, who I called up from the youth team, and now it'll be Jimmy Dunn as well, who's down here. I have called up all of the young players that I was able to call up, so that I now have a much better idea of just sheer numbers in any given position. So Edwards is up, Turner is up, Ward is up, as are Watson and Harrison. We've not lucked out, but we had better luck than previous, where we have had strikers with decent potential have 1-star weak foot, 1-star skills. It's 5-star weak foot, 3-star skills for Harrison, and then for Watson, it's 3-star, 3-star, which is okay. You know, they're both decent. They're both better than they could have been. With regards Ward, he's also 3-star, 3-star, and pretty strong. Edwards at wing back, he's 3-star, 3-star too, high medium work rates. Turner is 4-star, 2-star with high work rates. And then Bennett, we're training him, of course, he's low, 3-star, 3-star. And we shall continue to train him for the foreseeable future. I'm not sure whether to throw... In fact, I am going to throw Jimmy Dunn into the starting lineup ahead of Flanagan. And we shall do that there. Colker's captain, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I might give captain... Actually, no, to be fair, he might be new, but with Premier League experience... Alright, Stephen Colker can be captain. I'm going to adjust my training regimes, or add to my current training regimes. Of course, we have a number of players that we've called up, a couple that have come in, that are young and a prime for training. So hopefully we'll be able to get a number of players growing well this season, more so than they would have done ordinarily. Transfer offer for Casada, which we shall accept. It's 700 grand. It's more than his valuation. He wants out. We're more than willing to sell him. That's fine. And potential there. I am going to stop looking for goalkeepers now, though, because we have, certainly with that extra guy, we have the enough numbers now with the signing of Bettinelli as well to be able to deal with that. So youth staff, I shall recall this guy. In fact, he's available now anyway. I'll send him to England again. We shall send him for 9 months, and we'll look for playmakers. We'll look for playmakers. Something that I don't normally do. We'll look for playmakers. I could use some of my remaining budget on another youth scout potentially, and I may do that in due course, but we'll wait and see what happens for the rest of the window first, because I am going to need the majority of that money to sign other wingers and or strikers. So we shall wait and see what happens over the next few days. I won't be selling Lee Catamar though. Louvens and Robson and Casada will hopefully leave us in the next few days, and then I'll cut back to you if nothing else happens between now and when we get those scout reports back for the number of players that we're looking at on our shortlist. Robson and Louvens now sold, and I will go and adjust my training regimes and then cut back to you. Transfer offer for Charlie Wyke. We are looking to sell him, and I'm just going to accept it because it's the only bid we've had in so far, so getting him out the door will certainly free up some extra funds as well. We're finally getting the opportunity to move on some of the players that we just, quite frankly, don't want at the club anymore. I'm going to try and negotiate this with Pachuca a little bit if I can. We tried 1.7 with the last side that came in for George Honeyman and were just straight up unsuccessful. So I'll ask for 1.5 and hopefully Pachuca will accept. 1.1 still. Great, a 4% sell-on clause. That's going to be worth so much, isn't it? Oh, added so much value to the transfer there, lads. Well done. Oh, 8%. Hello, they're getting brave now. Come on. Please, just accept that and then we can be done. No. Okay, apparently nobody wants to actually pay valuation as a minimum for George Honeyman. Fair enough. Transfer offer for Chris Maguire, where we haven't had any interest in so far, but I am not necessarily wanting to sell him on the cheap. I'll try and negotiate about valuation if we can. I'll ask for 690, which is just slightly above, and if they'll come anywhere... Oh, okay, great. Well, that was easy enough, wasn't it? Why can't other teams be as willing to negotiate as that? Really frustrating sometimes. We've had some scout reports back on a couple of the players that we're looking at, including Jason McCarthy. I think I am going to try and sign. I think I am going to try and get Jason McCarthy. I can train him at 23 years of age. He's not too expensive. Okay, I'm not going to... Can I delegate to buy? Right, well, I'm not going to get Jason McCarthy then. Hopefully at some point in the future, Wickham will allow me to sign him. Although, by the time they might be in a position to let me do so, I might well have outgrown... Oh, Charlie Walks transfer to Pro. I might well have outgrown... Oh, really? No, we'll reject that. Transfer for George Honeyman again. What I will do is update the boots and untuck the kits, etc. from all of those youngsters that I've just brought up, because I know already you guys will be asking me to do so. Please just give me 1.3. Why does no one want to pay for George Honeyman? I know he didn't have that good a season, but he's surely worth his valuation. Thank you. Oh, dearie me. That was harder than it should have been to try and get a deal for George Honeyman. Maguire sold. Another transfer offer for Charlie Wyke, which we shall again be accepting. This one is actually more than the previous one that fell through. Scott back on Tay Adams, but we said we're not going to try and sign him. John Sutar was the centre-back we were looking at. And to be fair, he looks pretty decent at Paderborn, but we've already signed our centre-back, so we're not going to need to get him now. Sam Nicholson. A release clause of just under 2 million at Colorado Rapids, and he is actually rapid. I'm intrigued by him. I am intrigued. 61 strength isn't the worst. 5'9" isn't the shortest. Genuine option there, I think. Antonio Marin. Also decent. But I think I'm going to go with... Well, actually, we had someone else. No, I got the scout report back, didn't I, on Lemairas from Plymouth. So I think I am actually going to sign Nicholson if I can. It says he can play at striker as well. 64 finishing isn't the best, but I'm going to try... Yeah, sure, I'll play that. I'm quite happy to pay that release clause. Right, let's see what we can discuss here. Important. I'll try and counter rotation if I can get him to sign that, because he's not going to play. He's not going to play a massive role. Certainly going to be a decent scored player for us. So again, we'll counter just 1 year above, and he'll accept. Right, he's on £3,200 a week at the minute in MLS. Now, what's he going to want back in England? I'm not sure. I'll offer him 3. We'll see if he'll sign 3. No, he wants a pay rise. Okay, that's fine. We can go in from again in a week's time. That's not a problem. Although we do have to simulate the game against Oxford between now and then and start the League One season again. Monthly scouting reports come in again. 73 to 94, promising there. In fact, he's actually... Well, there's not too much difference between them, actually, is there? Positioning is always dirt on young goalkeepers, and I don't know why. To be fair, by the time Alfie Watson reaches 16, and with consistent training, he might be a little bit better. Harrison Green still looks decent, though. We are training... In fact, am I training? I don't think I am training here. Someone said in the comment section, don't train people that I haven't called up yet. So, I shall hold off on that front. Obviously, the goalkeeper, it doesn't matter. Honeyman has been sold. That's good news. Right, let's simulate the game against Oxford then. And hopefully, with new signing Bettinelli in goal, new signing Corker at centre-back, technically new signing Jimmy Dunn alongside him, and new signing Ravel Morrison in the midfield, we can get off to a positive start here at the beginning of the new season. Looking for automatic promotion this year. I don't think I'd be happy with anything less than automatic promotion. After a strong first year, but an ultimately unsuccessful first year. I would like to get ourselves into the Championship next season. 2-0 win, 3-0 as Maguire grabs his second. A 3-0 win against 10 men, Oxford United. Or the 10 men of Oxford United. And we are top of the table. Well, with 45 games to go, let's hope we stay there, shall we? Let's move forward. Right, it's game day against MK Dons. But before we get there, I would like to try again to try and sign Sam Nicholson. I've had a scout report back on James Wilson. Not overly impressed, to be honest. Not overly impressed at all. So I'm going to say no to him and remove him. Jordan Morris does look good. But in the process of having a look at him, he's actually signed for Deportivo Alaves. So I can't get him now. So that's a no then. Sam Nicholson, like I say, would like to try and bring him in. And we'll try again to get him to sign a contract. So I offered him 3,000 previously. And this time we'll offer him slightly more. Again, I'll try and get him to sign a rotation. But he said he wanted important. Indeed, it's countered with important again. So I'll offer 3.5. I mean, they said they were offended, basically. Oh, I meant to offer 3 there. They said they were offended by what I offered before, but I mean, offering him just slightly less than what he's currently on isn't offensive, I don't think. Are they going to give me an idea this time of what they want? They're not. Well, certainly not 10, thank you very much. I'll offer him 3,008, which is £600 more than what he's on. It'll take 3.5. We shall remove that bonus and offer him what he wanted, and 3,009. Done. We have ourselves a new winger as well. He will come into the club and take, well, basically give us an improvement in what we've got as backup rotation options. Currently using Lowe then as our backup striker. And McLaughlin hopefully actually will leave us sooner rather than later as well. We are yet to receive a bid for him. Although I guess until I can call Alfie Watson up, the 6'6" youngster, I don't really want to be left with just one goalkeeper. So perhaps it's a good thing that he hasn't gone yet. Right, time to go and play MK Dons and hopefully get ourselves a victory in game number 2 as well. Through to Alex Gilby, Morrison, that's McGrandos. This is good football from MK Dons. Yonov on the right hand side. It has been about a week since I last played FIFA 19, so hopefully I'm able to adjust back, especially after playing FIFA 20 in Los Angeles. It will feel certainly quite a bit different, and that is a great finish. A wonderful finish from, who was it? Britain. Into the top corner. And MK Dons have themselves a 1-0 lead, but there's not really much I could do about that. First time effort after a first time pass, and top bins. Nicely done. Oh, he got a hand to it there, Bettinelli, as well. He tried his best. Unfortunately, on this occasion, it wasn't good enough. I was hoping to keep him a clean sheet in my first played game with him. That plan lasted 5 minutes. Well up, Max. Good header. Grigg brings it down. It's Sean Maguire. Grigg's gone again. We'll play it over the top. Can we get to that first? We can. Oh, and he's sneaking in. No, keeper. There's barely any power on that whatsoever, but Will Grigg with the header. I had about 3.5% confidence that might go in when I tried to win the header there like that. And it has flown into, well, I say flown, it has floated into the back of the net. 1-2 is Sean Maguire. And is the keeper's positioning off? No, it's not even that amazing a header, that well placed, but I don't know how he hasn't saved that. Not going to complain. 1-1 in the opening 12 minutes here. Side short to Niki, good turn, but Adam Matthews steps in. Adam Matthews, a player that was solid enough for us last year, but might find his first team spot under threat with new wing-back signings that we may well be doing in this window. Jack Clark getting in behind here, and if his cross is decent, which it is, we could be going 2-1 in front. He nearly got to that there, Will Grigg. Gooch will get this back to Ravel Morrison, who will find Max Power, who will look for Jack Clark. But his first time shot is nowhere near as good as Britain's was earlier on in the half. Still 1-1, but oh, if Will Grigg had gotten to that, it should have been 2. It still could be in this move. Maguire. Power! Oh, saved by Nichols. Lovely ball by Gilby down the line to Morrison. Cross could come in here, and does, and it's not bad at all, and Ionov heads wide. That's a very good chance there, to be fair. The man at the back post was caught underneath the ball, and he got goal side there, Ionov. Really should have done better with that. We could have found ourselves going in front for the first time. They could have been going in front again. As it happens, as we head towards half-time, both sides locked at a goal apiece. Matthews with the throw. Well, Grigg brings it down. Let's go back there. That's Ravel Morrison. Finding Lyndon Gooch. Well blocked. It'll drop to Gooch again. Oh, plucked out the air there by Nichols in goal. Well saved. That was destined for the top corner there. Ravel Morrison tries to knock that down to max power, but he was running too fast in the opposite direction and couldn't slow down in time. Marquinhos has moved to Juventus, but that certainly isn't the level of transfer that we're able to compete with at this stage. Certainly isn't going to be the level of transfer that we're able to compete with for quite a few seasons. But hopefully, in maybe season 5 or 6, might be the sort of transfer that we are able to look to do. It's a beautiful ball across here to Lyndon Gooch, who's in behind, and this time should score. But Nichols, with a wonderful save, denies us the opportunity to go 2-1 in front. Jack Clark will deliver the corner. It's not the worst in the world, but Nichols again comes and deals with it well. Maguire brings that down and turns into Lyndon Gooch. And trying again, Lyndon Gooch, but cannot score in this game. Of Gilby. Oh, it's a lovely ball, but hopefully we read it well. We'll come away on the counter. Lyndon Gooch heavily involved again. Rigg into the middle. Maguire. I've got movement on the left. Reece James. I've got new signing Nicholson ahead of me. Making a move down the left-hand side, and he's absolutely rapid. How's his crossing? That's a great ball in, a really dangerous one, and the defender didn't know how to deal with it. Just stuck his leg out. It could have gone anywhere. Unfortunately, it went straight to Nichols. Really competitive game here. They won their first game of the season, MK Dons, so, and to be fair, we know just from real life, we know that they're a decent side. Maguire here will look for Nicholson. He's so close to being played in behind. Oh, we've come really close to a winner in these last few stages, but with 5 minutes left, doesn't seem to want to present itself. Morrison in there to Aniki. Good delivery. Oh, James this time is able to read the run well. Maguire. Short there to Grigg. Out to Nicholson. Oh, good challenge. Come on, lads. It's now or never. Ratiu. Space in the middle for Yearwood. Early ball looking for Will Grigg. Yearwood's gone again. That's who the ball was intended for, but Lyndon Gooch picks it up. Turns well. Nicholson! How's he saved it? Oh, that's going to be... Oh, my God. I need to see that save again. Please tell me it's in the match highlights. I cannot quite believe he saved that at the end. No, it's not there. How's he kept that out? Unbelievable stop from Nichols. He had a wonderful game there, making a handful of really top stops. None more so than the one at the very death. Sam Nicholson off the bench and just millimetres away, really, from being able to give us a win. Can't quite believe that. Morgan Turner was the last, or it was Bennett and Turner were the last people we trained, so we'll train Jack Clark next. Simulate all. Might add someone to the end of that, actually, for future weeks. But for now, we're going to concentrate on the next game, which is Swindon in the Cup. Carabao Cup, again, could be a decent earner for us with regards to next season's budget. But big offer for Lyndon Gooch, which we shall reject. We have been training him, Lyndon Gooch, and he grew really well with that training last year. Still waiting on a couple of scout reports back, I believe. Mainly for the wingbacks. That might be them. There, 8 emails. Yes, indeed it is. Great, because I did want to make that wingback signing. Greenwood, Arthur Vickers, James Justin, Tyler Roberts, Max Lowe and Matt Clark. Mainly James Justin and Max Lowe that I wanted to look at there. So we'll have a look at those two here. Max Lowe, 72 rated. Good acceleration and sprint speed. Decent stamina, or strength. Stamina actually at 67 isn't that good. I read that as the 73 above it. 5'9" is okay, 3-star, 3-star. He's alright in the tackle, 70-70. And short pass to 71, ball control 77. That's pretty decent, valued at 3.4 million, but wages are very high. James Justin, on the other hand, 70 rated. Again, good physicals. He's younger and could certainly be trained. Well, to be fair, he's only younger by a year. I'd like both, actually. Because both could play on either side. 6 foot. James Justin. We'll try and sign him first. And if we have enough to go for low as well, I might try and do it. We could be drastically improving our defensive line here. I shall offer a transfer fee of 2.2. See if Luton are willing to negotiate from there. 2.3, we can get him well, not drastically, but we can get him under valuation. Superb, and he's only on £5,900 a week. We might be able to drop that slightly too, considering the size of the club and the move that he'll be making. We'll say rotation, although he could start ahead of Reece James, and to be fair, might well do so. We'll have to compare the two stat-wise, but James Justin, I'll try and get him on a 4-year. And indeed, it would sign it. That's good news. Things are going well so far. 3,900. He is willing to take a wage cut as well. Brilliant. This could be a great signing for us. 4-4. I'm quite happy to sign him on that as well. Well, that was good. Let's compare him to Reece James and see if we can throw him into the starting lineup. Certainly, one of them, these two new signings, if we're able to get them, will be starting ahead of Adam Matthews on the right. James is better overall physically, but Justin has better stamina. Technically, better in the pass, just James. And there's not much difference between them at all, is there? But Justin is younger, and they even weigh the same. Justin is taller and younger. I'm going to put Justin in there ahead of Reece James, but I will put James on the bench ahead of 09. Right, I'm going to try and sign low as well, and then I might be open to selling one of the other wing backs we've got. Maybe 09, because he really didn't impress last year. 5'9" max low. Yeah, he does look good. I reckon 4 million. They reckon I'm going to have to pay for him. This would be almost all of my budget now, I believe. Yeah, almost all of it. We'll offer. Actually, I might try and use 09 as part of it. Morgan Turner's valued quite highly as well, but obviously those guys we want to build. 3.762. I mean, that's not that bad. 4.7 isn't bad at all for 4.7 total isn't bad at all for max low, but I'll counter that. 3.3 done. I'm quite happy with that. What's he? Oh, he's 27.5 wage wise. Now I would imagine he would take a wage cut to come here. We could probably just afford him. I'm certain that we can actually, with 2 million still available there in the budget. I shall counter with 4 years. We are building quite the young potential side here. No release clause is fine. Now give me an idea of what you want wage wise so I don't offend you. 15.5 is definitely agreeable. We shall offer him that without the buzzing. That's great. I'm delighted with those signings. Absolutely thrilled. We might try and get Mason Greenwood in on loan as well if we can afford him. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to throw Low in there to start. Adam Matthews will go onto the bench now ahead of Reece James, because Matthews is a solid performer. Was it Low that could play? No, it was Justin that could play at right back. Right, so we've improved to left back, right back, centre back, goalkeeper, centre mid. And we've also boosted out wide as well. And we obviously have all of the youngsters that have come through too. Stunning transfer window for us, as far as I'm concerned. We do have some money left. I'm going to hold off on potentially signing someone else on loan up top for now. And maybe see if we could do something in January with the money that we'll be able to raise through the extra couple of sales that we have left to be made. He equalised through Will Grigg there after Rose put Swindon 1-0 up early doors, very early doors, in fact after a few seconds. But we've equalised and into the second half we go, trying to get ourselves through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. And Lyndon Goots gives us a 2-1 lead. We might well be going through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. And we are, good. Anything we can raise from cup funds this season for next year will be crucial, because money is going to be a real issue for us every single season until we reach the Premier League. It's Ipswich at home. We shall simulate this one as well with it being another home tie and hope that we can get ourselves a victory in the league now They've lost to Fulham. They've lost to Charlton and drew with Walsall. So certainly we are in a position to take advantage of their unimpressive form. Will Grigg gives us a 1-0 lead after 27 minutes. And into the second half we go with that league still being intact. 2 yellow cards for Ipswich so far. A red for them, as was the case against Oxford, would be a real boost. They've equalised, in fact, from the penalty spot through Harrison. Can we sneak a winner in the last 10 minutes? Or the last 5? Yes, Sean Maguire. That should hopefully keep us in the top 2. Third. Okay, goal difference alone. Quite a few teams on 7 points there. Quite a few indeed. We'll add Yearwood. Oh, sorry, train Yearwood now. Could add a couple of other players to the training list that we've got so far. Oh, what a window this has been. I'm very, very pleased. Transfer offer for Watson, Jonathan Watson, which we shall reject. He's clearly getting quite a bit of interest. 66 to 92. We'll give you a little bit more, Dylan. That'll be a no. That'll be a no. That'll be a no. And that will be a no. I'll give him a little bit longer. We'll let that window narrow before we commit and spend the funds on him, and we'll see what happens next month. Up next, though, is Gillingham. That will be the next played game, as I believe that was the other away game of the month. We shall find out momentarily when it ticks over. Now, there we go. Oh, we've got Leeds in the cup. Transfer offer for 8.4 million this time for Lyndon Gooch. Quite the popular man. We might have to extend his contract. Gillingham away coming up next. It's Charles Cook into Hanlon. Opposition went 1-0 up after 6 minutes in the last game. I'd like to avoid that happening this time, but we'll wait and see. Corker heads away. It might yet be under. Okay, Riley. Wow, did he strike that? Thankfully, it fizzed wide, but he caught it beautifully. And Corker thought about it, realised he couldn't get anywhere near it, and it wasn't too far away. If that flies in, that's goal of the season in just the 4th game of the season. Heavy touch.
Find some space here on the flank.
Simpson down the left. Oh, click that straight at Justin.
Now done.
Nicely done. Oh, nice ball through the gap there to Simpson. Good delivery. Corker does everything to get to that first. That is determination from our captain. How he was able to get to that, I'm not sure. Good save by Bettinelli. Another corner for Gillingham. Oldacre to deliver it again. Hooked in well. Win the header, please. Campbell knocks it down and Jack Clark kicks it up, but not away. Charles Cook, I don't know why it changed player for me there. Charles Cook out to Oldacre again. Gillingham certainly dominating the opening stages. Another good ball in. This time it's Jimmy Dunn that gets rid of it, and Maguire gets that first. Let me change player to Will Grigg. Here's Riley. Stunning effort after just a few minutes. Simpson with the ball in. Away by Lowe this time. And Oldacre! Oh my God! And again, good save by Bettinelli. Some of the finishing from the AI. Oldacre. Oh, that one's going to go out for a throw. And in fact, it might not even reach the byline. It won't. Kept in by Simpson. Trying to get it back off from here. Simpson. Oh, great footwork. Riley. They could yet score here, Gillingham. That effort from Oldacre from the edge of the box was unreal. That came back off the bar. Hanlon. They finally scored. I felt like that was inevitable. The way the ball just would not leave my final third. Oh, Gillingham eventually get the ball in the back of the net. They just kept knocking on the door. Rather frustrating the way that drops there, unless it was a clean pass. I think it was a blocked pass that fell kindly for him, and no chance for Bettinelli there. 1-0 Gillingham. Looking to accelerate away and play through Jack Clark, who's in behind here, Jack. He's right-footed, so we'll get back on that right. And then have the effort. Oh, now he's hit the bar, trying to catch the keeper out by rifling it at that near post. Desperately unlucky there, Jack, not to have given us an equaliser. 10 minutes until half-time. Drawn out of position there, Stephen Corker. And Gillingham look to counter and get themselves a second as we very nearly pulled it back level. Good interception there. I tried to play that forward with power, but eventually it will find its way forward. Trevor Morrison on a nice run. And oh, hello, offside trap. Well, I wasn't ready for that. Parrott. Across there to Simpson. Down the line nicely to Charles Cook, who will keep that in and will force the corner. A couple of changes. Will Grigg going off for Jamal Lowe coming on at striker.
Corner's taken.
And that header. Oh, where's that going? Wide, thankfully. Could have gone anywhere. Also bringing on Sam Nicholson at left mid for Jack Clark. Jack coming the closest of anyone so far in a Sunderland shirt by hitting the bar in that first half. But Low will dig that looking for Maguire, and he might get an immediate assist, and has done. Stunning finish from Sean Maguire. We're level. The substitute making the difference, playing the through ball, picking up possession, digging it through, and Maguire with the first time volley. We are level. He was run from right back. Give up there to Jamal Lowe. Driving in space on the far side. Oh, lovely ball through. Please get to that. Nicholson this time does score. How he didn't score in the game against MK Dons, I'm not sure. And I thought he was about to repeat that there. What a through ball to find him, though. The keeper probably should have come to claim it, however. Perhaps a mistake from him. But Jamal Lowe has really made an impact here. Great through ball. And I mean, he's just stumbled into the back of the net there, Nicholson. But we'll take it. He wasn't able to get us the win against MK Dons. He may well have given us the win here against Gillingham. 2 goals in 7 minutes. And the substitutes really making the impact. Jamal Lowe might have earned himself a start in the next game, I think, with this impact off the bench. Hanlon play the ball through. Looking to get themselves back in it here, Gillingham late on, if possible. Corker in the way. And it's going to drop kindly for East. Good save by Bettinelli. Corner for our hosts. King to deliver. Reeves has come on for Oldacre. That's not the best of corners. And well, Gooch does get rid of it, although fell over in the process, but it actually went quite a long way clear. Yearwood, lovely ball down there quickly to Jamal Lowe. I'm actually going to slow this up and just keep hold of possession for the time being. I don't want to get caught on the counter trying to catch them on the counter. Yearwood across here to Sam Nicholson. Inside there to Jamal Lowe. Supposed to be for Revel Morrison there, but not to worry. We will be getting the victory here against Gillingham. And off the bench, Jamal Lowe certainly had the impact. 2 assists for him. He will earn himself a start in the cup against Leeds in the next game of this episode. Well, they had plenty of chances, Gillingham, but weren't able to take them. A number off target. And victory for us in League One again. Whether that puts us top or not, I'm not sure. We'll find out in due course. I will throw Jamal Lowe up top for Will Grigg, thanks to his performance in that game. Very, very impressed. And to be fair, I might do the same with Drew Yearwood as well. Max power for young Drew. Neither that old. I think Max Power's only 25, so he's not exactly ancient. Found all you can in England. Okay. Oh, he was looking for... Scout was looking for players whose contracts run out in the next 12 months. So I might have to send him out to look elsewhere. Keep training Alfie Watson. A good one-on-one against striker training for them there. Positioning going up 2. That's the main one that he needs to improve in at the moment. As soon as he turns 16, I will call him up. But for now, we're going to... Well, unless that's a transfer offer. It's a loan offer for Turner. Morgan Turner from Stoke. I mean, sure. I don't know. He's not going to get any football for me, so he might as well go out on loan. But I don't know if he's going to get a mad amount of first-team football at Stoke either. Leeds United at home in the second round of the Carabao Cup. 3 further emails. Interest only Mason Greenwood. That's fine. He's rejected the move to Stoke. And a loan offer for Sean Maguire. No, sorry, Montpellier. You're not having my number 1 striker on loan. Leeds United up next in the Carabao Cup. As we mentioned, the money from this will be invaluable next season. And Maguire proves why he stays put, giving us a 1-0 lead after just 3 minutes. 2 of the larger teams, really, in the Championship and League One, respectively. Leeds and Sunderland. Hopefully, we'll both be in the same division next year. Although I'm sure Leeds fans would rather Leeds get promoted and we still stay in opposite divisions. Alioski with an equaliser for Leeds. And are we going to penalties? We are, and we're through on pens instead. Never mind, sorry Leeds, you tried your best. Not good enough on this occasion. Up next for us will be Scunthorpe on transfer deadline day. Now, we all know what happened last time we played Scunthorpe. We got battered in the semi-final second leg of the playoffs. They then went and lost to Portsmouth even in the playoff final. So we play them again. Bettinelli's out injured for 9 days. Wonderful. That's exactly what I need at this stage. He's able to continue, or he's able to play, I think, but I will take him out for McLaughlin just to make sure that he's okay. Jamal Lowe will continue on up top for now, although I might put Will Grigg back in. To be fair, Jamal Lowe starting might not have the same sort of impact as he does off the bench. Starting Will Grigg and bringing Lowe off the bench like we did in the game against Gillingham might be actually the best way to get the most out of him. Jack Clark gives us a 1-0 lead and Sean Maguire gets booked, presumably in the celebrations. Jack Clark grabs a second. Was very unlucky not to get a goal in that last game that we played. Smacking it back off the bar. A hat-trick for Jack Clark. Well, certainly making the most of his chances in that game. 3-0 win against Scunthorpe. Is that a sign of how much we've improved? Luis Suarez back to Liverpool for 88.6 million. Marquinhos to Juventus for 74.8 and Corentin Tolisso to Juventus for 59.7. Juve spending all of the money in this window. Let's see what else happens between now and transfer deadline. Well, between now and the end of transfer deadline day, should I say. An offer for Reece James, my left back. Not going to be starting at present, but certainly going to be heavily involved, you would think, throughout the course of a season. So we'll keep him at the club for now. No massive deals or no improvements to the top deals tab yet. £163 million spent in the first 2 hours, though. Another 60 or so spent in the next hour. Another 40 or so spent in the next. No massive deals yet, though, on transfer deadline day. That could have been a big one, though. 325 million now spent, but no, still Tolisso's there as the third biggest. Just the number of mid-level deals being done, it seems. Let's see. Transfer offer for Jack Baldwin. I'll say no for Jack Baldwin. We'll keep him. He's going to be a good squad player for us. But once the other youngsters start to improve, he might be the next player to leave from that centre-back role. Not a massive deadline day. Only £439 million spent. Still those Suarez, Marquinhos and Tolisso deals being the 3 biggest. That's where we will end this transfer window then. I'm delighted with that transfer window. He's still 15, unfortunately. Reece Cooper we can call up, so we do at least have a goalkeeper we can bring up to the first team should we need to. I mean, I could train Reece Cooper as well. 79 to 94, his potential. Maybe I should train him too. And then by the time Bettinelli's not that old, is he? Bettinelli's only like 24? Question mark? 27. All right, well, we know we have 2 goalkeepers for the future of the save, certainly. So I'll show you quickly the transfer history so you can see all of the biggest deals in this window. So Suarez to Liverpool, Marquinhos and Tolisso we saw. Davinson Sanchez has gone to Leipzig for 49.9. Alexandro to Manchester City for 46.2. Savic, Egerstein, Llorente, Rudiger to Leverkusen. No massive deals other than the Suarez one and Marquinhos. The rest all relatively conservative fees. Sarabia Carl Walker has gone to Lyon. Interesting move there. Eric Bailly to Real Madrid for only £27.6 million. Junior Wijnaldum's gone from Liverpool. Marcos Alonso goes to Napoli. Ferland Mendy, who's rumoured to Real Madrid or may have actually signed permanently, I'm not sure. I'm a bit out of the loop since going to EA Play, but I believe he was rumoured before I left for the United States. Any other key signings here that we can see? Not massively. James Ward-Prowse to Roma is an interesting one. Salco to Braga. Mela to Barcelona. That's an interesting one. I don't even know what he's rated at. Not an overly impressive window, but so far an impressive season. Undefeated in the opening 5 games of the season and top of the table on goal difference ahead of Bolton. Delighted with the way things are going so far. I will see you in the next episode tomorrow, and until then, I'll see you next time.